welcome to the Red Cup Review. I am your host, Rob Banks, and today we are looking at a marriage of sorts between Batman, HAL from 2001: A Space Odyssey, and the Terminator. At least that's what it looks like to me. This is the Diamond Select PVC statue, or as they like to call it, their diorama, from Batman the Animated Series of Batman HARDAC Batman. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, you should go and check out those cartoons because they're pretty freaking awesome. I actually had to brush up on them and rewatch them today. There's a two-parter, I believe, and then a single standalone episode that this one's a part of. It's season 3. You gotta go check them out. Anyways, please like, subscribe, share. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get on with the review. Alright, you probably wouldn't be watching this otherwise, but if you grew up like I did in the 80s and 90s, then the Batman the Animated Series should be in your top 5 or at least top 2 greatest cartoons of all time. It is the HARDAC Batman, as stated in the intro. And what's really awesome that I thought that Diamond did was they gave you like this little side window here, right? Which is pretty cool because when you buy a statue, right, most of the time it's kind of just buried in there, right? Or you'll get like the window, right? And then the back, obviously you can't see anything. But what's cool here is that what if there's like a paint defect on the side, right? Or on the back? Well, at least you'll be able to get a little bit of a nice wraparound to make sure that you got like a statue with some really good paint apps, which is cool. I like that. Good idea. Good job there. And on the back, you get the nice little breakdown of who HARDAC is and stuff like that. You know, HARDAC, I had to actually go back and watch this one because I missed this one as a kid. I don't know how the hell that happened. It's 11 inches tall. We're going to give you an exact measurement in a bit with the measuring tape. But he's kind of like what the hell is HARDAC? He's like the Terminator meets like HAL from 2001: A Space Odyssey. You know, and the cartoon focuses on morality and whether or not AIs can have souls and stuff like that. So it's definitely a must recommend. And it's actually there are 3 episodes with HARDAC. His Silicon Soul is the one that features this figure, and I believe his the Heart of Steel or something like that is the 2-parter that introduces HARDAC originally. Let's take a look at the diorama. First impressions taken out of the box, it's actually got some weight to it. All the weight is in the figure right here, and here it's pretty solid. It's got about, I want to say 2.5 pounds, so it's all solid throughout. However, the base itself is actually quite hollow, and I'll give you a little tap here, which is kind of weird to me. This is all hollow right in here. So it's just hollow plastic. However, the figure itself, the figurine, or statue that is quite solid again. Alright, so things that I like about it, things that I'm not that crazy about. Paintwork could have been a little bit better. At a retail price between $35, I want to say, and $45 roughly right now. And you get what you pay for. It's a nice, cheaper version of a statue, especially from afar. You really ain't going to see that many imperfections. You got a little bit of an imperfection here when I pulled them out as far as the paintwork goes, but then again, this is right after Batman kind of battles him, so you could just chalk that up to some battle damage, which is fine, because obviously half of his face is missing. And there's a couple of things here and there, like on the chin right there, you could see a little bit, there's a little smudge there, there's a little smudge up over here on that area as well. Nothing too much. Couple of little dots and dips there. Take a look at the bat symbol. Could have been painted a smidge better. Not really much though. This is like being super nitpicky. And around the eye itself too, as well. It could have been a little bit more fleshed out with the paint. But then again, this is a cheaper statue, and it's a really good alternative to not having to shell out the big bucks for something that's just going to wind up sitting on your shelf and looking cool anyway. And this does pretty much look cool. I wish that the pose, you know, the pose is cool. It's dynamic. It's nice. I wish the pose was a little bit more of him maybe showing the bat symbol. It's kind of hidden, so you'd have to kind of show him like that. Then you really don't get to see that awesome Terminator-esque style face over there. So it's kind of blocking the bat symbol. When I have a Batman statue, I like to see the bat symbol front and center. Things to watch out and be careful for. When you pull him out of the package, you need to be really careful with the sword. This is something that is going to snap if you're not super careful with it, because it's really only held together right over here and right on the inside in there. See that in there? That's where it's held together. So be really careful when pulling them out of the package with that. Like, I mean really careful. And also on the base. He's only connected to the base right here. See that little extra piece of plastic under his foot there? That's where he's connected. So you're not going to want to take this and flip him around, especially since this is a more hollow piece and all the weight is in the top part of this. Remember, it's still a statue. Even though it's a PVC statue, you still got to take care with it. Now let's take a look at this figure and a little bit of a whip around and give you guys all the nice juicy details of it. I do like the color on the inside of the cape though. The paint work is absolutely great on the inside of the cape. See how like the actual light just catches with the shadow and it makes it look like it's bluish and kind of purplish in different areas. That's pretty awesome. All right, in conclusion, how many cups is this guy getting? 2.5 to 2.75. He's good, not great. A little bit of the paint imperfections here and there. Could have been a little bit better. Then again, you get what you pay for, and he's a pretty cheap statue, and he's got some weight to him, which is dope. The paintwork on the inside of the cape, though, is actually pretty damn great. And he's going to look great. Put him up on your shelf, right? Just like that. If you're a big Batman the Animated Series head like I am, especially if you're a big Philip K. Dick head or even like into like crazy alternate reality type, futures of robots taking over and stuff like that. He's pretty awesome, man. Does this thing have a soul? Thanks for watching the Red Cup review. This is Rob Banks saying we'll see you on the next episode. And this is also one of those things that like you'll go and watch the cartoon and go, yeah, I kind of have that in my collection. There's more Batman the Animated Series stuff coming from Diamond Select as well, as seen from Toy Fair this last year. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.